All right, so the next graph we're going to look at, or table in this case, is the airplane landing distance table. So it's currently figure 38 in your supplement. So if you want to look that up, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the iPad, and we're going to look at the landing distance table. Now this is where not all airplanes will have this table. They're all a little bit different. But just for the test questions, we're just going to go through how to, depending on the question you get, how to read this. So first of all, you're going to look at your gross weight, which is over here. And you see that there's not a lot of choices on this one, so you kind of know what you're going to get. So approach speed 60. Now the next, you're going to be looking at your temperature range and your altitude. They may make you interpolate. Let's say you're at 3,000 feet or 4,000 feet. You may have to interpolate, as you see here, there's 2,500 feet and 50, or 5,000 feet and 41 degrees Fahrenheit. So you may have to interpolate a little bit. But if you're this far in getting ready for your ground school, then you already know how to do that. So if you have a 50-foot obstacle, again, make sure you read the question to see if you have an obstacle or not. That will affect your answer, and they will put the wrong answer that you may come up with if you forget to put your obstacle in there. So you're going to be like, oh, perfect, I got it right. And just like on the other graph, you got it wrong. Now, they will, if I remember correctly, these notes down here will make sure you pay attention to them. So the first note 1, is decrease the distance by 10% for each 4 knots of headwind. So if you have 8 knots, that's going to be decrease your landing distance by 20%. So, and then increase it if increase the distance by 10% for each 60 degrees Fahrenheit increase above standard. So if it's above standard, increase it by 10% for each 60 degrees. And then if you're landing on dry grass runway, increase distance, both ground roll and total to clear 50 feet off by 20% of the total to clear 50-foot obstacle figure. So make sure if you're landing on grass, make sure increase the distance on the total to clear the 50-foot obstacle figure. Okay. I think that's it. We may do a example on this, or if anybody wants an example, feel free to ask for it, and we can work on it together as a group.